Alright gamers, you know the drill. It's Saturday again, the coffee's stale, the world is still on fire, and I'm here to drop the top 10 most anticipated games for the spicy next week, December 1st to 7th. So just like last time, I'm ranking everything: new games, DLCs, expansions, everything gaming related that's gonna be released next week. And for this video, I combed through wishlist data, trends, player hype, a little bit through Reddit, and put in a bit of my own opinion. If you're new here, I make all kinds of video game rankings, so feel free to subscribe and also think about joining the channel. That would help me a lot. Everyone who joins gets priority on their suggestions, you get your name in the credits, and not the next week ranking anticipation things, but other gaming videos, you're gonna get early access to them. So, okay, enough talking, let's jump into the list. Total War Warhammer 3 is back on its dark BS again, with the Tides of Torment DLC, featuring Dehala the Denied One and Sail the Fateless. I probably butchered the names, it doesn't matter. They're the two new legendary lords, and these aren't just your average warriors. Dehala is a slithering 6-armed Slaneshi dominatrix, and yeah, she's definitely got that step on me energy. While Sail is a scheming rat-faced necro weirdo who stabs his own homies for fun and profit. It's peak Warhammer. Gameplay-wise, they shake up the formula with new mechanics, because Dehala turns Conquered Town into thrall camps and pleasure palaces. And Sail uses manipulations and rituals to confuse and corrupt everything in sight. We got over 40 new units, new provinces, unique campaign effects, so this DLC is dripping with content, lore, and just the right amount of unholy king. If you've been waiting for CA to remember how to make DLCs actually exciting, this looks like a step in the right direction. So if you're into Warhammer, love Total War, and most importantly loved Total War Warhammer 3, this might be the DLC that makes you come back to the game. Red Dead Redemption is coming back? Again? And this time, it's practically on everything. PS5, check. Xbox Series X and S, check. Switch 2? Hell yeah! And get this, it's also launching on Netflix and mobile. So now you can watch One Piece, fall asleep during The Crown, and then boot up Undead Nightmare on your phone without even switching apps. This version includes the original Red Dead Redemption, plus the legendary Undead Nightmare DLC. You get upgraded visuals, 60 FPS, 4K on consoles, and full save data carryover for previous owners. On mobile, Netflix subscribers can play it without paying extra. That's wild. Is it a remake? No. Is it a full remaster? Sorta? But honestly, it doesn't matter. If you never played Red Dead Redemption 1, there's just might not be a better time to start playing than this. And it's still one of the best Western games ever made, and having it fully portable with modern enhancements is a huge win. So yeah, if you missed it the first time or second time or third time, now's your chance to redeem yourself. So Assassin's Creed Shadows is finally doing what some fans been waiting for. They're sending you and your Switch 2 to feudal Japan. So Switch 2 is getting its own tailored version, which honestly might melt your Joy-Cons. It drops December 2nd and it's packing a 62GB payload. For context, that's heavier than Cyberpunk and Madden NFL 26. So yes, your SD card is about to cry. You'll play as Naoi, a shinobi who uses stealth, gadgets and shadows like a ninja Batman. And Yasuke, a samurai who just brute forces everything like he's late for an anime boss fight. The Switch 2 version throws in touchscreen controls and even lets you build your own hideout. It's bloody, it's intense, and if it somehow runs well on handheld, Ubisoft might just resurrect your fate in ports. Also, Japanese voice acting for full immersion? Yes, please. It's number 8 because, while it's ambitious and juicy, it's just a port for Switch 2. You know, it's not a new game. And plus it's Ubisoft, and we know how they like to give and then take. And they take a lot from you. From the twisted mind behind Spec Ops The Line and the eerie fingers of Nine Inch Nails' Robin Thicke comes something that's part game, part fever dream, and part what the hell did I just play? Sleep Awake, launching on December 2nd, is a first-person horror trip from Blumhouse Games, people who usually produce horror movies. They drop you into a world where falling asleep means disappearing. Literally. You play as Katya, or Katya. I'm too lazy to find out what's her actual name. She's trying to survive against death cults and memory-shattering experiments in what's basically Silent Hill after taking psychedelics. The environments are handcrafted nightmares, the soundtrack is pure psychological warfare, and there's even FMV woven in for that extra unhinged energy. The game isn't just horror, it's an experience you feel in your teeth. It's number 7 because the premise is fresh, the pedigree is wild, and the execution looks disturbingly polished. If this thing sticks the landing, it could be one of the most talked about horror games of the year, assuming you're still awake to play it. Coming in hot at number 6, it's Elden Ring Night Rain: The Forsaken Hollows. And listen, this ain't just slap a new boss in kind of DLC. We're getting 2 new Nightfarers, the Scholar and the Undertaker. One throws spells after reading tomes and checking jars like it's Hogwarts gone wrong, and the other's faith-filled hammer enthusiast who sends enemies to Jesus personally. Oh, and we're also getting 2 day-free bosses. Whatever that means. But it sounds like something that people are gonna be rage quitting. There's even a new shifting earth mechanic and a soundtrack bundled in if you're a lore nerd for the game. Honestly, FromSoft knows how to whisper in our ears and still take our wallets. So if you ever wanted to fight an interdimensional boss named Holstor the Night Lord, while your dude reads a book mid-combat, like he's preparing for his PhD in pain, well, here you go. So it's dropping soon, and people are already praying for their sanity. At number 5, we've got Routine, the game that ghosted us harder than our ex. Originally revealed back in 2012, and yeah, that's not a joke. And now finally coming out on December 4th, Lunar Software basically restarted this bad boy mid-dev, changed publishers, brought on Doom and Wolfenstein's composer, who then left, but his music stayed, so it's kind of like emotional baggage. And so this one's a first-person sci-fi horror set on an abandoned moon base, retrofitted with that creepy 80s CRT aesthetic and paranoia that screams, "You gonna die in the dark." It's not about blasting your way out, it's about surviving, hiding, and occasionally using your CAT tool to dig through corrupted terminals and maybe scream a little. If Amnesia had a baby with alien isolation and that baby was left alone on the moon for 10 years, this is what you'd get. High tension, low UI, max pants sweating. Coming in at number 4 is Destiny 2 Renegades, the next major expansion in Bungie's long-running sci-fi shooter franchise. Launching on December 2nd, this DLC throws players into the lawless frontier, a new region teeming with criminal syndicates, high-risk missions, and a fresh free-player dungeon set on an off-planet fortress. You'll fight alongside Aunor Mahal to take down Dredgen Bell's acolytes and wield a powerful Braxic blade, a new weapon infused with both light and dark. Renegades also introduces a new weapon archetype, heat weapons. blaster-style firearms inspired by Star Wars and Halo's iconic sandbox. Bungie has been waiting for years to implement this, and their arrival here could be a game changer. Also, pre-ordering grants you an exotic ship and a legendary emblem. There are 4 different bundle tiers, including the Ultimate Edition, which comes with exotic cosmetics, a secret stash pack, and multiple season passes. It's a dense, lore-heavy expansion, but for many players, its appeal will hinge on how well these weapons and Syndicate systems shake up Destiny's gameplay loop. Taking the number 3 spot is Marvel Cosmic Invasion, a vibrant new beat-em-up from Tribute Games and .emu, dropping December 1st. This pixel art side-scroller features 15 playable Marvel heroes, including Nova, Spider-Man, Wolverine, and Captain America, in a galactic battle against the Annihilation Wave. It's a fast-paced co-op focused brawler with a colorful retro aesthetic that channels pure Saturday morning cartoon energy. The game's story sees the heroes unite to stop Annihilus and his cosmic threat, spanning locations from New York City to the depths of a negative zone. With dynamic combos, multiplayer support, including local and cross-platform co-op, and a bold art style, this is both a love letter to classic arcade games and to Marvel itself. Backed by strong previews from outlets like Comic Book and Games Radar, and with a free demo already playable on Steam, Marvel Cosmic Invasion is making waves ahead of launch, and it's shaping up to be one of the most accessible and visually striking superhero games in years. Octopath Traveler 0 brings a fresh beginning to Square Enix's beloved HD 2D series with a bold new twist. This time, you're not just following stories, you're shaping your own. Releasing on December 4th, this prequel blends its signature pixel art and 3D visuals with full character creation and town building. That's right, you'll design your protagonist from looks and voice to even their favorite meal. The game opens with your hometown Wishvale in ruins, and your journey is one of revenge, restoration, and rebuilding, literally. Along the way, you'll use familiar mechanics like path actions and the break and boost battle system, while gathering allies from a pool of over 30 characters to form a party of up to 8, with deep strategic combat, emotional storytelling, and a nostalgic yet modern presentation. Octopath Traveler 0 looks like the series' most personal and ambitious installment yet. After nearly a decade of silence, Metroid Prime 4 Beyond is finally arriving on December 4th, and the wait seems worth it. Built for Nintendo Switch and Switch 2, Beyond pushes the series into bold new territory while honoring its roots. Samus Aran explores the alien planet Vuros, armed not only with a classic gear, but new psychic abilities like the Viola Glove, which manipulates the environment and solves puzzles. Gameplay balances atmospheric exploration and intense combat, now refined with optional mouse-style controls and support for up to 120 FPS on Switch 2. Visually, it's a stunner, with dramatic lighting, sharp art direction, and that haunting loneliness Metroid is known for. While the game introduces quirky characters like the polarizing Marine Miles, everything else from the soundtrack to the boss fights screams Prime at its peak. After years of anticipation and a full development reboot, Metroid Prime 4 Beyond is finally ready to take the crown. And that wraps up our countdown of the most anticipated games launching from December 1st to 7th. But don't go far, we've got more videos coming soon, so make sure to like this video, drop a comment telling us which games you're most excited for, and subscribe, or join the channel, even better. And if you have ideas on what should I cover next, leave your suggestions down below. So, huge thanks to all the legendary supporters for making this possible, and guys, I'll see you on the next one. Goodbye.